Number 1 in numerology, meaning, characteristics and more. Numerology brings out the essence in numbers. As per numerology, each and every number has a meaning hidden in itself, and having been born under the influence of a particular number transfers the characteristics of that number into the person. In fact, numerology is sometimes termed as the simplest form of astrology as it involves future predictions of the native based on numbers. And what are these numbers? Certainly, the numerological number associated with you is derived from your date of birth, and in fact, you can find your lucky number as per numerology without needing any help from the astrologer. In fact, predicting the future of a native through numerology simply involves knowing your life path number and what the number actually means. And how do we find what number belongs to us? Well, let's take an example. Assume that your date of birth is January 1st, 1970. So, when finding the life path number for a particular birth date, we first need to add all the digits given in the date. Doing so, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 0, will give you the answer 19. The number then needs to be reduced to a single digit number by again adding 1 plus 9 is 10. Again, to reduce it to a single 1 plus 0 answer is 1. Now that the single digit number that you got is 1, it is your lucky number as per numerology. Now, all you need to do is learn or make yourself aware of what life path number 1 means in astrology, and by doing so, you will be able to predict the future for yourself. Weren't we right? Isn't numerology one of the easiest ways to predict one's characteristics or future? Having said that, let's find out what the number 1 in numerology means. Numerology number 1 personality traits. Being born with number 1 as your life path number in itself sounds like an achievement because it is what it is. Number 1. Yet, the number comes with its own negatives and positives, which are reflected in the human born with the number 1 as per numerology. Any native born with life path number 1 is known for his/her penchant to lead from the front in whatever way possible. The leadership skills are what make them independent and confident. The people born with 1 as their lucky number want to take charge of anything and everything in life. They typically can't rely on others and would always doubt a task that is associated with them but wasn't done by them. These people like to have control and awareness about everything going on around them. The number 1 in numerology signifies self, and thus, can even make the person a tad bit selfish. On the positive side, indulgence in oneself also boasts a native's maturity and self-awareness. Hence, people born with 1 as their lucky number are usually able to take more mature decisions in life. Self-reliance and self-appreciation are the other 2 qualities of these natives, which help them in having positive growth. The maturity of these natives also ensures long-lasting love bonds as people truly look out for what they are inside rather than what they are outside. The native born in number 1 as per numerology is also very patient towards life, as he believes in taking one step at a time and doesn't hurry things out. By doing so, the native is able to make better choices and learns to cherish the smaller things in life. Also, taking baby steps in life better prepares them to meet their competitive desires. The time they give themselves allows them to work on new ideas, which win them the recognition they deserve. The best thing about the people born with 1 as their life path number is that they don't let others influence their life decisions. They work on themselves without getting influenced by what others are up to and remain self-reliant. Some negative traits that the native born in number 1 can work on are reining your longing to meet some unreasonable desires of yours. Doing so will save you time. You need to realize when you need to stop instead of just pushing yourself into something just because you started it. Also, when it comes to people, you need to drop the arrogant behavior and try to be more cooperative with others. Numerology number 1 in career. Like we said, people born with 1 as their life path numbers like to lead from the front. So practically, they may work under management in the initial stages of life, but in the long term, these natives are most likely to have something of their own to help themselves cherish being financially independent. If not, they may not feel satisfied with life, the effect of which will also reflect in their other aspects of their life such as love, marriage, health and whatnot. As per numerology, the natives born with 1 as their life path number are the happiest when bringing new ideas to the table. Hence, anything that is not repetitive in terms of profession is what suits them in the long term. Having said that, practicing law and freelance creative work suits these natives. Trying hands at marketing too will bring you applause. Also, any creative field associated with media, painting, etc. is good for you. You can be an entrepreneur and prove to be self-made as you are a person who is more about self and self only. Working closely with your Working closely with your boss may not be your cup of tea. Be your own boss. Numerology number 1 in love. Natives born with 1 as their life path number are born leaders and like to take charge of their life in every aspect, with love being no exception. Hence, when in love, these natives can get really dominating in nature, which can hamper their relationship negatively. The dominating nature will further become the reason for their worry if they happen to date a person who also got 1 as their lucky number, as per numerology. Both these natives will then try to lead over each other and will have an inflammatory ego as well. The self-centered characteristics of the couple will make it tough for them to lead a happy married life. However, this altogether doesn't mean that life path number 1 natives will never enjoy love and marital bliss. In fact, if the people born with 1 as their lucky number forge a relationship with life paths number 3, 5 or 6, then they are likely to have a happy and successful marriage. Also, despite having a dominating nature, having maturity in the kitty allows these natives to adapt to people well. A major point to make here is the fact that if the person born with a life path number 1 has chosen someone, he or she can go to any extent to protect them, as dedicated as they are in terms of work, the same dedication they are able to practice in their love life as well. However, they will always be overly dedicated to their work, which may hinder their family life to some extent. Hence, you always certainly need to work on ensuring that your partner doesn't feel aloof or left out. Also, though these people are not habitual of seeking attention, but once they begin to get a lot of it, they become habitual to it. When it comes to married life, as the natives like to lead, they will always have the tendency to make family decisions. They try to behave like a boss at home, which is a habit not appreciated by all and may even result in friction in a relationship. For this reason, they are often called obdurate and egoistic. The most suitable life partner for these natives would be anyone from the life path number 3 or 5. Here the native born with 3 as their lucky number is lighthearted and hence can handle one's serious nature. Meanwhile, 5 is adventurous and ensures that one is not too serious about life. Strengths and weaknesses of number 1 in numerology. Number 1 in astrology is dominated by the sun. Like the sun is the leading force among all the planets, so are the natives ruled by the sun, with their instinct to lead in every situation. Here are the strengths and weaknesses of people born with 1 as their lucky number as per numerology. Strengths: this life path number is associated with being action-oriented. These people finish what they start. The natives are independent in nature. People born with 1 as their lucky number have creative thinking. They are also very responsible and loving towards others. These natives can be trusted with important work, and they are not likely to disappoint. Weakness: sometimes they can get very bossy, which is a trait not liked by many and can bring them loneliness. The natives also need to work on their arrogance. People born with 1 as their lucky number have a tendency to cut others from life after their purpose is served. The natives don't pay much attention to others' points of view, which can be both a good and bad trait. Lucky color and gemstone. Lucky colors for numerology. Number 1 are the colors of the sun that are red, yellow and orange. Number 1 is ruled by the planet Sun, and the lucky gemstone associated with Sun is ruby, and hence it is the most suited gemstone for people born with 1 as their life path number. The gemstone must be worn on the ring hand, on the ring finger with gold. Recite Om Grinas Uraya Nama when wearing the ring.